guys, welcome to another tutorial today. And today we are going to be looking at our basic trouser pattern block method 2. So I just rolled out some borderline. I came down here by 3 inches and I came in here by 3 inches, and then we have our trouser length, which is 41. Now at first I thought of maybe drafting the front pattern first, because the front pattern is the same thing with method 1, but I just felt like a lot of people might not understand, so that's why I want to draft the front pattern. So I'll just quickly run you through the front pattern. I might not do much of explanation like I did in the last class, because we're basically going to be repeating the same process. So the first thing now is for us to get our crouch depth, and we're going to be creating that box just like we did in the first method. And I'm working with hip 41. So 41 divided by 4 is going to be giving us will give us 10.25. So let me think I should work with my marker for now. Will give us 10.25. Okay. Okay, so we have this box here, which will serve as a crouch depth. Now the next thing will be for us to get our waist to hip line, and I told you if you haven't measured it, all you need to do is just go up by 2 inches from your crouch depth. Just go up by 2 inches if you didn't measure your waist to hip line. Okay, alright, so we have that. Now next will be for us to get a crouch extension, and I told you for the front, to get your crouch extension, all you need to do is divide your hip by 20. So hip 41 divided by 20 is going to give us 2.05, and in the last class I just approximated it to be 2 inches. So you want to come out by that 2 inches. Okay, now next thing we want to thread the line, that curve line we have here, and from your hip line you're going to be coming out by 0.25. I want to use my pencil here first, and then when I get the nice shape that I want, I can now trace it out with my marker. Okay, alright, okay, so that's it. Now next will be for us to input our waist measurement. So we're working with waist 30.5 divided by 4, and waist 30.5 divided by 4 is going to give us 7.625. Now I'm going to add 1 inch for that allowance, so that's going to give us 8.625. Now on this point here, you want to go up by 0.5 inch. Yeah, okay, so you go up there by 0.5, and then you just connect it like so. Okay, I'm just going to leave that line like that. The next thing will be for us to determine that, and what you want to do is measure what you have here, which is 8.6, divided by 2, you determine your dart length, which I told us in the previous video shouldn't be longer than 4.5. Now you want to make sure you have a straight line there. Okay. Okay. Alright. And then your dart intake is 0.5 on both sides, which is the 1 inch extra that we added earlier. Okay, we have that. Now this, on the waistline, we went up by 0.5. Now connect that line to your first dart leg there. Okay, and we have that. Now, moving on, we want to get our knee line. I told us before that you can measure that, and if you don't have that measurement, no need to fret. Just measure out what you have on from your crotch depth to the length of your trouser. Now I have this to be 30.75. Now I'm going to be dividing it by 2, like so. And I have that as 15.375. Now from here I'm going to go up by 1.5. Okay, 1.5, which is here, and then 1 inch extra, and I have that to be 13.75. Okay, so my knee line for this trouser is going to be 13.75. Okay, right, so we have our knee line now. Next will be for us to get our crease line. And for your crease line, I told you measure out your crotch, the length of your crotch depth with the crotch line with extension inclusive, like so. Now I have this to be 12.5. Now 12.5 divided by 2 is going to give me 6.25. Okay, now I'll mark that 6.25 on my crotch line, my knee line, and my ankle line, which is our trouser length. And then I'm going to connect this line. This is known as our crease line, and I mentioned that we normally call it glitter line in Nigeria here, but it's known as the crease line. Okay, so now that we have that, the next thing to do is to bring down to input knee measurement and ankle measurement. Now this one I'm going to be making it basic, so that means whatever measurement I input on my knee line, I'm just going to bring it down to my ankle line. So I'm working with the knee length of 16.5, knee circumference rather, I'm sorry. I'm working with knee circumference of 16.5, that's round knee of 16.5. Now I'm going to divide 16.5 by 2, which is going to give me 8.25. Now that 8.25, I'll further divide it by 2, which is going to give me 4.125. Now I'm going to input the 4.25 on one side of the line, and then on the second side of the line also, I'll input another 4.125 there. Now because I said I want it to be basic, I'm going to carry what I have here and bring it to the knee line also, like so, and then like so. So I have the same measurement on both my knee and my ankle line to give me a basic trouser block. Okay, so now we have this. Next is for us to come with our curve, and here on this side, sorry please Yeah. Okay. Now you want to minimize the amount of curve you add. Now I mentioned that if you're not on the curvy side, please, you can do well to make use of straight line. And then here also you repeat the same process. Look at how my ruler is placed, and then please minimize the amount of curve you add also. Okay, so now this is our front trouser block for method 2. You can see that it's basically the same process. There's nothing different. Now to method 2, to the back. Now the first thing you want to do is this was our initial crotch depth line, this line here, all the way like so. So from this line now, go inside by 1 inch like so. Sorry, I'm going to be making use of a red marker so that it won't be the same lines, so that you can easily differentiate it. Now you go in by 1 inch, then you come to your waistline. If you're working with hip 37 downwards, you make use of 1.5. But if you're making for hip 38 upwards, from 40 and above, make use of 2 inches. You can make use of 2 inches, and you just connect that line like so. So this is our new center front line for the back. Now the difference between method 1 and method 2 is that you are drafting both front and back pattern block together in on the same paper in method 2. Now on your waistline, you are going to go up by either 1.5 or by 2 inches. If your client has big bum, or if you know you have a big bum, you just go up by 2 inches. But if you're on the slim side, you can make use of 1.5. Now I'm going up by 2 inches there. Now I want to make sure the line is straight. Okay, so that's 2 inches. Next thing will be for us to complete our waist circumference. Now remember, we are working with waist 30.5. So 30.5 divided by 4 plus our dart intake of 1 inch is going to give us 8.625, and we have that point here. Okay, now remember, this is our initial waistline. So on that point, we're going to be going up by 0.5 like so. Sorry, then we take our, now this line is supposed to be slanty, so we'll take our waist circumference like so. So we have it here. Then on this line, we're going to be going up by 0.5 like so. So we have this to be like this, and then we're going to be connecting it like this. Okay, yeah. Now the next thing will be for us to create our dart for the back. So just like we did before, you're going to measure what you have here. We have it to be 8.6 also. So you're going to be dividing it by 2. Alright, and we have that point here. Now, if you remember, I mentioned our back dart is not supposed to be longer than 5.5. Okay, so that is it there. And then, sorry, I want to make sure my line is straight, and I think this is it. Yeah. Okay. Now that intake is 0.5 on both sides, and then you want to connect it. Okay, so we have our dart for the back. Okay. Now next will be for us to get our new crotch line. Now and what we're supposed to do is to bring our bust, our hip measurement down here. I'm so sorry. Now, so we're working with hip 41. So 41 divided by 4. Now from our new line here, you measure out what you have for your hip line. So hip 41 divided by 4 is going to give us 10.25. And so that is what we'll have here. Now you want to extend your crotch line outward like so. You can repeat the same thing also for your hip line. Extend them out like this. Okay, so our new hip measurement on the crotch line is 10.25, which is here like this. Now I will measure out what I have left from here, from the tip of my paper here to this point that I have here. So I'll measure what the excess I have there, and I have it to be 2 inches. Now that 2 inches, I will bring it to my hip line the same way. I'll take it out on my hip line like so. Remember, I inputted my new hip circumference divided by 4, which is 10.25 on my crotch line. Now I measured the excess I have left on the paper, which is 2 inches. Now that 2 inches, I'm going to take it out also on my hip line like so here. Now after I've done that, I'm going to come with my French curl. Sorry, I think I'll use a straight ruler, and then I'll connect it to my waistline like so. Let me do it properly. Okay, like so. Okay, all right. Now coming back to our center frontier, next will be for us to determine our new crotch extension. Now we're not repeating the same process like method 1. So for method 2, all you need to do is just divide your hip circumference by 10. For the front, we divided our hip circumference by 20. But for the back, just divide your hip circumference by 20. Let me quickly do that, which is hip 41 divided by 10 will give me 4.1. Okay, then from my new line here, I'm going to be measuring out that 4.1 like so. Okay, so this is my new crotch extension. Now the same way for us to get that curve on our hip line, now you know this is our new hip line also, you're going to come out by the same 0.25 like so, and then I'm going to be using my French curl to try to create that line there. And when I'm done, then I'm working with my pencil first. When I'm okay, then I will use my marker. I don't think this will work. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So I have that. So this is our new back crotch extension. Now from here there is no much to do again. You know, we already have our hip measurement there. So what you just do is on your knee line, here, come out by 0.5 on both sides. On your ankle line, you repeat the same thing. You go out by 0.5. 0.5. Okay. Next thing will be for us to just connect all our points like so. Okay. For the center front, I will still come with my French curve. Okay. And then for the outer seam, also, and then these 2 points, I'll just blend them together like so. Okay. So this is it for method 2. We have the front and the back together. So all you need to do now is to come with your tracing wheel. We're going to be putting another paper under here, and then you come with your tracing wheel. You want to do this carefully. That's why it's good for you to use 2-color marker pen, or even if it's the normal pen for writing, you have to use 2 color. Either you use blue and red, or you use black and red, so that you don't mix up the 2 colors together and then it becomes confusing. So when you put another paper under it, then with your tracing wheel, you trace out your front block first, and then you put another paper, and then you trace out your back block. So I will do that in the next class. We're now going to look at how to alter our pattern. So we're going to be creating a zipper fly, zipper shield. Then we'll be looking at how to also get our pocket bag and pocket facing. And then we'll also look at how to come about our band and all that. So soulmates, thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in my next class. Bye.